For the majority of my childhood, the holidays were the scariest time of year for me because my family was cursed. This is that story. It all started when I was 5 years old. My mom's Sunday school class was raising money for a charity, so she had our class make Christmas ornaments using white glue and glitter. All of the ornaments were bought by churchgoers, except for one ornament. This ornament was supposed to be a bell with a peace sign in it, very Christmassy, but it actually ended up looking more like Darth Vader. Not very Christmassy. Well, my mom felt bad, so she bought it herself. We should have been suspicious that no one wanted this ornament. From that holiday season on, we always hung that ornament on our tree.
Unless we hung that ornament on our tree for every holiday season or something like that.
Do you want to do like without a second thought, or like nevertheless we hung the ornament on our tree without a second thought? Oddly enough, we started having really bad luck around Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I feel like this is funny.
No, I'm trying to look right at the camera.
Oh my fucking God.
No problem. It's Darth.
Say hi.
Hi.
We're trying to record a video about a Christmas curse. We're just starting to talk about the curse element of it, and the camera keeps shutting off like something doesn't want this story to be told. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just telling you what's happening.
Every year, we could count on something bad happening. For example, our dog passed away the day after Thanksgiving. My grandpa had to have emergency surgery. My cat passed away the day after Christmas. My dad was actually misdiagnosed with a heart attack and ended up having to have emergency back surgery. We lived in New Jersey. Bad stuff happened. We moved across the country to Oregon. Bad stuff continued to happen. So now it's 2004 and I'm in 7th grade. My mom's parents, my grandparents, had come into town for the holidays. When I was growing up, a modern term to describe my mom and grandma would probably be Pinterest queens. The whole house always looked beautiful. There were garlands and twinkle lights, and it was like living in a movie. Amongst these beautiful decorations was that weird Darth Vader ornament. Cut to Christmas morning. I'm awake and I'm ready to unwrap what I was hoping was a Fashion Polly bedroom set. So my sister and I were raised not to leave our rooms until mom or dad told us to come downstairs for Christmas. They just wanted some peace and quiet in the morning before all hell broke loose. I'm sitting in bed, anxiously awaiting to demolish some pretty wrapping paper when I hear my mom yell from down the stairs. Now this should have been an exciting moment because it meant Christmas was ready. But it was a different kind of yell. It sounded more like a cry of pain. Then I heard her shout, "Don't come down the stairs," followed by a bunch of bangs and thuds.
Sorry to interrupt the video, but the reason you're looking at me right now and not Jacqui is because when I went to edit this footage all together, half of the footage was missing. Could this be some sort of technical error? Maybe. Could it be my fault? Also maybe. It's really weird. This has never happened to me before, so we're gonna have to meet up again and shoot the rest of this video. I'm getting super creeped out.
I'm not too worried, but my mom's really nervous right now. I told her that we had to reshoot some stuff and she goes, "No, you shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't do it."
Okay, are you ready to jump back into this?
Let's do it. So it's Christmas and I am uncontrollably excited, which is not a good combination for following directions. When I hear "Don't come down the stairs," I immediately leave my room to go see what's happening. I see my mom and my grandma both lying at the bottom of the stairs. Apparently, my mom had been carrying a pile of presents down the stairs when she tripped over the cat and fell. Then her mother, my grandma, came running out to see what happened. That's when mom yelled, "Don't come down the stairs." The series of bangs and thuds belonged to grandma, who had fallen down the stairs attempting to rush to her daughter's aid. So I run back to my bed holding back tears because I was so scared and I had no idea what was going on. At some point, an ambulance came and took my mom and grandma to the hospital while my sister and I were taken to a family friend's house. That was a weird day. It wasn't until later that night that we got to go home and see mom, but grandma was still in the hospital. My mom had messed up her ankle really bad. It was completely black and about 3 times times its normal size. We learned that Grandma had broken her femur, which is the bone in your thigh, and she needed emergency surgery and ended up in the hospital for 6 weeks. Later that night, we finally got to open presents, but I didn't even care that it was Christmas anymore. I was just so thankful that nothing worse had happened. So a year passes, it's the holiday season again, and my mom, my sister, and I are decorating the tree. My sister pulls out that weird Darth Vader-y looking ornament. Out of nowhere, my sister decides that Darth Vader is the reason for all of our bad luck and we shouldn't hang him on the tree. Even though I always thought it was a little weird, it was just an ornament. We argued for a little bit, but she insisted that we not hang it on the tree. However, I was a very bratty younger sister, and I wanted to prove her wrong. Later that night, when she wasn't around, I hung the ornament on the back of the tree so she wouldn't see it. Fast forward to Christmas Day that year. We had a wonderful breakfast. I got all the presents I hoped for. Dinner was a spectacular feast, and it was overall a really great day. After our family friends had left, I was getting ready for bed, and my stomach started hurting. My mom and I decided that it was probably just because I ate a lot of dinner, and that seemed to add up. But the pain kept getting worse. I'm lying in bed crying from the pain, and my parents are frantically Googling the symptoms to find out what's wrong with me. For the second Christmas in a row, an ambulance comes to my house, but this time I'm the one being taken away. We got to the hospital and I was so scared because a handful of doctors had come to diagnose me and none of them could figure out what was wrong. However, every single one of them did ask me, "Is it possible that you're pregnant?" What? I was 13 years old. I hadn't even kissed a boy yet. Hearing that question over and over again just made me so frustrated. I was in pain and I wanted to know what was wrong. They decided to give me an ultrasound anyway. This revealed that my appendix had ruptured. I was immediately whisked away to surgery. Cut to me waking up in a room I didn't recognize, which is not very comforting, but the pain was finally gone. I was only in the hospital for 3 days. The nurses all called me the poster child of appendectomy. Eventually, I went home and I just laid in bed for another day or two. As I'm recovering, I think to myself, how did I get roped into this family curse? What did I do to deserve this? No, there's no way. My sister was right. That ornament, that strange, weird little Darth Vader ornament. My sister said, don't put it on the tree. What did I do? I put it on the tree. Did I do this to myself? Regardless, I knew what needed to be done. My mom, my sister, and I decided we were gonna bury him. We burned sage, we put an angel statue on top of him, and we surrounded it with a circle of salt. I'm glad to say my family did not have the same bad luck after that. We had beaten this curse once and for all. We had no idea. This strange, seemingly innocent Darth Vader ornament had been wreaking havoc on our lives for years. A couple years after the last incident, we moved out of that house. So I honestly don't know what's become of Darth Vader. But if you live in a suburb of Portland, Oregon, and you find a weird glittery thing while digging in your garden, first comment below and then burn it. Watch, we're gonna put it up on YouTube and the whole internet's gonna crash.